Welcome to the Grissom High School Band family, as crazy as it is right now. I'm Mr. Vernon, the Director of Bands, and to give a little background information on me, I'm starting my 36th year at Grissom. I graduated from the University of Alabama with degrees in music education and saxophone performance. I have a master's degree from Vandercook College of Music, and I'm a National Board Certified Teacher since 2003.
Hello, I'm Mr. Harris, and I'm the Associate Director here at Grissom. I'm originally from North Carolina, where I taught both middle and high school band. Moved to Huntsville a couple years ago after completing a master's degree in conducting at the University of Southern Mississippi. I'm so grateful to be teaching in a program with such a fine history of excellence and some really great kids and parents.
If this area in the Grissom community were not stellar, I would not have stuck around as long as I have. We still have amazing parents that send us wonderful students to mold and teach. We teach music skills, but we also teach lots of life skills that can't be learned in a regular academic class. Normally, our new members would have already made some bonds with some of the upperclassmen, and we're gradually working on that through the rehearsals and performances we've had and the ones that are coming up. It's difficult with the masks and the distancing requirements, but we're giving it our best.
Here at Grissom, we have some strict rules for the band students, and we expect those students to abide by these, especially when they are in the uniform representing the band and the school. We always tell them that once you become a Grissom band member, you are one for life, and you represent this program for life. People will watch you whether you know it or not, so when you make a bad choice about something, it always gets back to the band directors, and it will have a negative impact on our band program. Always think before you act and just do what you know is right. We expect every student to practice on a consistent basis a little bit every day. It has been great hearing the students playing assignments the past 2 weeks, especially those that have completed all of them. We will make individual comments and try to help you become a better musician through this process. It's always hard when we are in class at school to give individual help during rehearsals, so these assignments are really helping us get to know you as individual students. When we are together in a rehearsal, that is a time for everyone to learn each other's part and how it all fits together. Don't let your bandmates down by not being prepared for rehearsals. We have some great leadership members that are more than willing to help you in any way possible, so please reach out to them for any help you need.
Absolutely. Now we'll hear from a few of our board members, our president, Ms. Kelly Black, and our secretary, Kelly Ortikalis.
Hello, freshman parents, and welcome to the Grissom Band family. My name is Kelly Black, and I am president of the Band Parent Association. I'm a fifth-year parent. I had a senior trumpet graduate in May, but I currently have a junior trombone. My role as president is to support the committee leads, the other board members, and the directors. A little bit later, you will find in the presentation a slide labeled volunteers. The kids, the students, the young adults that they are, cannot accomplish all that they do without the support of the parents volunteering in the different capacities. Please take a moment when you see that slide to look at the vacancies that we have and the shadows that we need and consider volunteering for this year. I apologize for the sunglasses and the background noise, but I am on vacation, so enjoy the beach.
Hello, Grissom Band family. My name is Kelly Ortikalis, and I am the band secretary for this coming year. This will be my last year to serve on the band board. I have a senior French horn player this year, so we will be graduating out of the band program. Just wanted to take a minute to introduce myself. As secretary, I'm responsible for keeping up with minutes from any of the board meetings and regular band parent meetings and any of the records involved with that. And I'm also responsible for communication such as thank you letters, things of that nature, to do with donations received and other things. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help with any general concerns or questions that you have, and we just want to welcome you into our band parent family. Hope we have a great year and hope everything somehow returns to normal. Thank you.
Our vice presidents, Rebecca Huey and Susan Mitchell, were too shy to send a video, so here are their duties. They need lots of volunteers for committees throughout the year. Rebecca Huey, our first vice president, appoints chairpersons of and oversees the operation of the following committees: chaperones, uniforms, transportation, trucks, band banquet, color guards, stadium setup, hospitality, and concerts. Susan Mitchell, our second VP, is responsible for all fundraising activities of the band, appoints chairpersons and oversees the operation of the following committees: publicity, newsletter, historian, VBC, fruit sales, spirit, script, and ways and means. One of our biggest fundraisers of the year is our annual mattress sale that's held in October. So please watch this presentation for more information about our mattress sale.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hope everybody's doing well out there. We've got a very special thing that this is our 5th year that we've done this. And as you know, the band has to raise lots of money to be able to function, and this year is no different. And so we have some guests that I'm introducing to you that have been with us for 5 years, and they've been a huge supporter of the Grissom Band. And we have the Queen of the World Mattress Queen and the King of the World Mattress King that's going to give you information about our sale that's coming up on October the 25th. They'll give you some more information about that, and we need everybody's participation to make it a success.
Okay, hi, I'm Charlie, this is Malia. This will be our 5th year working with y'all. And Grissom Band has done really well at this fundraiser in the past, so we want to talk about some of the things that are a little bit different this year, because obviously with COVID, there's been a lot that's changed. One thing that we have done is we've tried to make our environment as safe as possible. So you'll see some things on our Facebook event page where we posted where we're spacing our mattresses out more. When somebody comes in, we're going to offer them a mask, and we have protective covers that can lay on the mattresses as they try them out. When we write up the tickets, we've got plexiglass dividers on all the tables, so to separate customers. So we're doing a lot of things to try and make our environment very safe. And I think the question that's on everybody's mind is, how have you guys done since coming back from COVID or since COVID hit? What I can tell you is for 3 months we were shut down. March, April, May, and part of June. We came back at the end of June. We've done 9 events since. Here's what's happened. Spain Park Band had their best year ever. Oak Mountain had their best year ever. Hazel Green has had their best year ever. We've been really busy. When you think about it, you might say, well, why is that? Well, where are people focused right now? They're focused on their homes. If their mattresses wore out, they're going to replace it. They might have extra money from the government or extra money because they're not going on a big trip. But everybody's kind of focused on their homes. And on top of that, I think what we've realized is that our event still works. You all still need money. People don't want to go online and buy their mattress. They want to come to a comfortable environment, and Grissom's school is a very comfortable environment for them to do so. And so I think for those reasons, we've done really well with the sales that we've done since we've come back. I'll turn it over to Malia. She'll talk a little bit more about our sale and kind of how it works.
Hey guys, so on top of this working really well right now, this fundraiser just works really well, period. You guys are proof of that. You have raised a ton of money from this fundraiser in the past, and there are a few reasons that this works. So the first reason is you're selling something people need. People still need mattresses, and they are buying mattresses. So you're not asking anyone to buy something they don't need. The second reason is that they're going to get a really good deal. Our prices are 30 to 40% less than retail. So your friends and family are also going to save some money in this fundraiser. And then the third reason is that it's just easy for you. You're not having to go door to door, collect any money, deliver any product, which right now is fantastic. The only thing you need to do is get your customers there that day, and we will do the rest. So we're excited to see what you guys do this year. Just get the word out there, find 2 to 3 people who need a mattress, and get them to come see us that day.
Thank you.
All right, guys, one more thing we want you to do is go ahead and text the word Grissom to 205-291-0049. Again, text the word Grissom to 205-291-0049. That's going to send you a link to our Facebook event page. Make sure that you have joined that page, that you share it out, and you invite your friends and family.
Our treasurers are Stacy Flynn and Alicia Fanning, and here's their presentation.
Welcome to the Grissom Band. My name is Alicia Fanning, and I'm one of 2 treasurers that we have for the Grissom Band Parents Association. This is my 8th year as a band parent at Grissom. I have a senior that plays trumpet, and I had another daughter who played trumpet 4 years ago. So we've been in here for a little while. The reason why we have 2 treasurers for the band is because there takes a lot of money going in and out to keep us going. And so one of us takes care of the money coming in, and the other one takes care of the money going out. And my job is the money going out. I pay all the bills, write the checks, and take care of reimbursements. Stacy?
Hello, everybody. I'm Stacy Flynn. I'm the other treasurer for Grissom. I take care of all the money coming in. I make all the deposits. I collect all the money from fundraisers, from student accounts. I put credits on your account for your fundraisers. So I would be the one that you would need to contact generally if you had any questions about your student's account or what kind of balance or any other type of things with it. I also work with parents on setting up payment plans and that sort of thing. So please feel free to contact me if you need help with things regarding your student's account or any type of credit that should be on it. And now we also have a slideshow presentation we'd like to start. We hope it has a lot of helpful information for our freshman parents who are new and trying to figure things out. We know it's been like super crazy with the whole COVID-19, and so we're sorry it's been so late kind of getting this out to you guys. We're kind of trying to pull it all together, and with school starting late, it's been a trying time. So, but we've got together, so here we go. I'm going to share the screen to you guys, so just give me a second. Here we are, and here's our welcome screen. And we're so glad y'all are with us this year. And if you need to contact me or Alicia about anything, you would use the email treasurers@grissomband.org. And again, I put on the slide what each of us are responsible for because we both have different jobs here. Also listed are the other board members on our slide that if you needed to contact one of them, you have that information as well. So we'll go to our next slide.
Okay, this slide shows our cost for the year. We had to revise our costs this year due to COVID. We're still trying to understand how much we're going to be impacted by the limitations of COVID, but the band board did our best to try to figure out how much we thought we needed to keep in our budget to be able to keep us going for the year, because we have a lot of expenses that are year round. And we also want to make sure we position ourselves to have the money that we need in the springtime, with hopefully having the concert season as much as we can. So as you all well know, there was a payment due this past week. And so as you can see on the chart, we had the band fees is a $435 total, and that's for the whole year. That's the fee for the whole year. And what you paid here just recently was just the first installment of that. We'd need more money up front to be able to get us going for the year, because there's just so many expenses with a band, as you well know. So we had $300 that just was due, and then we'll have another $135 total at the beginning of February. Now, if your child is color guard only, as in they do not participate in band, they had a different fee due here this past week of $290, and that's for the whole season. We also have some students who rent instruments. We have quite a few students, in fact, that rent instruments from the band, and it's $75 per semester, and there's a summer, spring, and fall semester for that. We have other smaller costs that come up during the year that can be for marching shoes. Of course, we don't have marching shoes since we're not doing a marching show here in the fall, but those same shoes are used during our concert season. So it is possible as we get towards the spring that we'll order those shoes because they're used with the men's formal attire. Normally it's for gloves, different things like that, but the main cost of the year is here on the box, the band fees that are listed. Okay, I think we're ready for the next slide.
Okay.
Stacey, is there anything you want to add to that?
Just wanted to add on the other costs in case you guys were wondering what those might be. In a normal year, they are required to buy gloves for marching season. So that's a small cost. They also may take a trip in the spring. That would be additional cost if you were to go on that trip. And by a trip, I mean out of town trip, like overnight. We also have a spring banquet that you can buy tickets to, and our concerts also have tickets as well that would need to be purchased in order to attend the concerts. But because this is not a normal year, we don't know what all we're going to be able to have, but just to make you aware, those are some costs in the future that you might have to incur maybe next year if we can get things back to normal somewhat. So, and as you'll see on the bottom right-hand corner, it says a 20% late fee will be applied for payments received after the deadline unless prior arrangements are made. So if you are not able to make your payment by your due date, if you will contact me and let me know, we can work something out so that you do not incur a late fee. I'd rather you work something out with us than to charge you 20% on top of already expensive fees. So, all right, and that's all I've got. So we'll go on to the next slide. And everybody always wants to know what they're paying for. So Alicia can tell you that because she writes all the checks.
Yeah, so this is the budget that we set up. This is adjusted this year, kind of trying to anticipate what we think we'll be able to do or what we're hoping we'll be able to do. The first set of numbers is the money that we anticipate, we're budgeting to take in. Of course, the biggest numbers is the band fees. We have a lot of line items here for money that will come in, but then it goes straight out again. Like the banquet meals, when we have a banquet in the spring, that's where we're collecting the money for the banquet, but then it goes right back out again onto the expense side to pay for the banquet. Color Guard has to buy some parts of their uniforms or some of their equipment, and that's where we collect that money. Of course, we have concert income. We share the copier with the choir, and even though we pay on that contract, the choir will also contribute to that to pay their portion for it. The other big item is fundraisers, which another board member will talk in more detail about that. But of course, that's another big, we've got to get money in because, as you know, we get no money from anybody for the band. We have to fund ourselves. We get zero money. So between the fees and the fundraisers that we do, those are our main forms of income. And so they're very important. That's why we're after everybody about getting their fees in. And that's why we try to encourage all the participation in our fundraisers, because that's the only way we can keep things going. We have money coming in from the instrument rentals. Whenever we have concerts or shows and stuff like that, we sell the videotapes of them. We have the line items just for money coming in, like if someone's buying reeds or if they're buying miscellaneous parts, uniform parts, it just shows, what's coming in for that. So, but again, the main things where we're getting money from is from your band fees that we collect and from our fundraisers. On the expense side, you can see where we have the money for some band trips. We have the money for a banquet. We spend, let me see if I can say this better. We have certain fees. The biggest expenses we have are all year long. We pay for the copier contract that's 12 months a year. We have insurance that we pay. Because a lot of people ask, like, what are some of our expenses for the band? We have the biggest thing, one of the biggest things is the field maintenance. We have to share the cost of maintaining a soccer field, the practice fields outside the band, out there at the back of the school. That's a big new expense for us here since we moved to the new school. And it doesn't matter how much we rehearse, it doesn't matter how little we rehearse, those fields have to be maintained, and it's quite an expense. So we always have to make sure we have the funds to be able to maintain that so that it's in good condition, quality condition for when we do have those rehearsals. There's a big expense in instrument repair and even purchasing instruments. We keep having more and more students that rent instruments, and so they're always looking for quality instruments, a good buy for instruments that can be available for students that need to rent them. And then we have the expense for the marching program. Of course, there's expense for the music that the students, they have to buy music for the students. We have the uniform expenses. Some of that is, where we purchase like the polos for the freshmen. When you're a freshman, we pay for your first polo. Hopefully that lasts 4 years, but all the freshmen, that's paid for by, from the Band Parents Association. And then when we actually use the uniforms, whether it's marching or the concert uniforms, there's a lot of dry cleaning bills associated with those. So those are some of the major, trying to think if there's anything. Stacy, can you think of something that I left off that's an expense to highlight? We
No.
have clinicians. The big one is the clinicians. We have a lot of clinicians coming in during marching season, band season, usually in the springtime, and at different times when the band directors feel like that's been beneficial, breaking the students out into different sections and having clinicians coming in working with them.
Right. Yes. I mean, we use our money fully and wisely for band. Every dollar that we get in goes for something at band, whether it's music or new instruments or instrument repairs or field maintenance for the practice field. The clinicians that Alicia was talking about, those are outside musicians that come in and actually work with the kids one-on-one. And do a camp and everything with them, so they get a lot of benefit about that. So it all costs money, and it costs a lot of money to be, and we always have high standards, and so to be able to maintain those high standards, it costs money. And as you can see on the left for our band fees and our fundraisers, if it were not for fundraisers, our band fees would probably be twice the number they are right now. And normally in a normal year they are $650. So you'd be looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,300 if we didn't have fundraising, and in the neighborhood of almost $900 this year, because everybody always says band's expensive. Yeah, band is expensive. I agree with you, but you pay about half the cost of it, and we try and keep that down as much as we possibly can. So it's a big program, and unfortunately, that's just part of it. It's very expensive. So, but we also have lots of ways to help cut your costs. So we're going to talk about how to pay and how to also cut your costs for band. So this year's kind of different. Usually the kids will drop off checks or cash, also money orders in the band room. We have a box with a lock on it. But right now the kids are not allowed in the schools, and neither are we. No volunteers at all are allowed in the schools. So it's difficult to get payments. So we feel that the best way to pay this year is either through PayPal online. And we have that set up on our band website, and you can either get to it directly from the band website or click through from your account in My Music Office. And My Music Office, that is our new student account software this year. We're no longer using what was called Charms. So I know most of y'all should already have logged into it and should be somewhat familiar with it. You can get the band calendar, your student account information, and that sort of thing in there. So we prefer that you use online payments, but we understand if you don't want to. It does charge you an additional fee or donation back to the band to help us cover those PayPal costs. Because if we did not do that, it would cost us another $1,500 to $2,000 to supply that service. And so either band fees would have to increase or fundraising would have to increase to cover that. So we ask that anybody that wants to use that help us and pay that extra to cover it on their own. You also have the option to mail in a check or a money order to our P.O. box. It comes directly to the treasurers. Both me and Alicia have a key, and we go over there and we check it at least once a week. And so I have not had any problems getting payments or mail at the P.O. box. That's a great way to send stuff to us. I would really prefer you not to try and do cash. There are still some that want to do cash, but you can buy a money order. They are super cheap. They're $1.25 at CVS. That's right down here on the Parkway. Or Kroger on the Parkway as well. You can buy a money order, or you can even buy one at the post office when you go to mail your money order. You can just go in there, buy it, and put it in the mail to the P.O. box. That is absolutely the best way to get payments to us. If you need to make an alternate payment plan, which is means you cannot make your payments by August and February, which is what the band already has set up, that Alicia was talking to on the previous slide, we can set up an alternate payment plan, and that means you will fill out some forms and let us know the best payment for you that works in your budget and when making those payments work. And we're happy to work with y'all. We want all of our children that want to be in band to be in band. So, and that's all I've got to say about how to pay. Do you have anything else you want to add, Alicia, about how to pay?
Yeah, I probably want to say that it really is important for everybody to check into their My Music account, My Music Office account, to make sure their contact information is in there. Um, Even if you had your information in Charms, we found that some people, like not all the information maybe made it over into My Music Office. And it's really critical for us to have that contact information, the parent addresses, emails, phone number, just all that contact information, just to go in there and double check and make sure it's in there. And also that way, you know that you're getting all the communications too, because if your information's not in there, then some of the communication might not make it to you. And also, as far as the PayPal payments, I know this is it's different this year than doing it through Charms, and there's some advantages to the way it was done before. But with this new system, it's critical for you to add your student's name in the shipping address when you make your PayPal payment, because the system doesn't have a way of knowing what student you're paying for. Charms did, but this system doesn't. So if you could maybe put your student name instead of your name in the shipping address, that helps us ensure that we are applying the payment to the correct student. Sometimes it's easy to figure out, especially if you have all your information in My Music Office and we can match parent names and addresses. But it just makes it less work for us, and then we are certain that we are applying the payment to the correct student if their name is in that shipping address. That would be very helpful.
Yes,
That's all I have.
that is a very good point. Please make sure your student's name is somehow referenced in your payment. And what we mean by shipping address, you can click on the shipping address button before you submit your payment and tell it you want to add a new shipping address, and it's not going to affect anything with your PayPal account. You're just going to change the name that it's being shipped to, and that would be your student's name instead of your name. And then if you were to later buy something on PayPal, you can always change it back. It's not a big deal. All right, so let's move on to the next slide, which is credits from fundraising, because this is a great way to earn some money to help you pay for all of these band fees and other items that you might encounter while you're in band. We've had several different fundraisers in the past. We don't know all about what we're going to be able to do this year because Huntsville City Schools has a lot of restrictions on what we're doing, as does some of the other items that we're associated with, like the BBC. But for now, this is what we are still planning on having fruit sales that you can sign up for, and your child earns $5 an hour towards their fees. And as far as fundraising credits go, not only does the child who is there, but if a parent signs up to work, or a grandparent, or a brother, sister, anybody related to that band student signs up to work, they also get the same amount of credit towards that student's band fee. So you can accumulate credits quite quickly by doing that. Me and my family, we worked at the BBC last year, and there's 5 in our family, and all 5 of us signed up for a shift. And the BBC, you can get $8, I think it's $8.25 a shift. So we were getting well over $40 an hour basically towards our band fees. So, I mean, both of those items are a great way to accumulate a lot of credits towards your fees. And any credits earned get applied to your fees first. And then once all of your fees are paid, your band credits may be used for anything that you want to use them for in Grissom Band. So if you want to use them to buy your banquet tickets or your concert tickets or something on the band store, you can certainly use them once your fees are paid. We know for sure we're going to be doing a mattress sale. You'll get a lot more details about that, but your student can earn credits for them in the mattress sale. So we know that's happening for sure. We are planning on the fruit sale happening, at least one in November and possibly a second one in December is what we're planning so far. And then the Publix partners, that's just swiping your card, or actually it's entering your phone number now, but Grissom gets credit for your purchase at Publix if you enter your phone number, if you have an account set up with them. And let's see what else you can get actual credits for. Script is something you can get credit to your account for. It's maybe a small percentage, but every little dollar helps to pay down those fees. Script is just basically buying gift cards through this Script organization, and they set the percentage that you get back depending on what gift card. There's Walmart gift cards, there's all kinds, Walmart, Target, a lot of the normal ones that you use. So that's another good way to earn some credits and back to your band fees. And then there are other miscellaneous ones during the year. Sometimes we've sold tumblers in the past that kids get credit for, or kitchenware like knives and stuff. So it just depends. But so doing Grissom Band is definitely doable. As far as money and fees go, it seems extremely expensive when you look at it at first, but we can definitely make it very manageable. And so that's all I have to say about fundraising and credits. And there'll probably be a whole presentation from the fundraising committee, and they will give you a lot more details on all of these and who to contact if you're interested in signing up and helping out. So do you have anything else, Alicia, on fundraising and credits?
No, I don't think so. I think Mr. Vernon's going to have a way for people to be able to submit questions if there's anything we haven't covered tonight. Of course, we also have, the email addresses to contact us if you have any questions, and just looking forward to another great year with the Grissom Band. Really glad that you're joining us. It's been a great program for my family, for sure.
Yes, my girls have thoroughly enjoyed it. We've been in it all 4 years that we've been at Grissom, and they have just had the best time ever. And so we hope that y'all too will enjoy Grissom Band as much as we have. And we thank you for coming tonight. And if you have any questions, you can email us, and I'll put that slide up one more time. Or you can, like Alicia said, we're going to put together some FAQs and post those on the website soon as well. So, and this presentation will also be posted on the website along with the slideshow. So thanks for coming. Welcome to Grissom Band.
As you know, we're not traveling this fall to away games, and there are no marching contests being held, so we'll not go to any. These two things are part of the fun of marching band, and we hate that you new members are not experienced this fall those experiences, but you still have time before you graduate, so be patient. That's easy to say. If we are allowed, we may march in the Huntsville Veterans Day Parade on November the 11th this fall. We will fit for uniforms before that, and all new members will need the black marching shoes that we'll need to order probably in late September. These can also be used for the men's concert tuxes that we use in the spring. Please take time to read the band handbook located on the band website, grissomband.com, and watch this presentation before you submit your questions at the end of this video. We'll put together an FAQ page later this week or early next week once we gather all of them and respond. This will be posted on the band website and or emailed to everyone.
Here at Grissom, we have 8 classes that make up the Grissom Band. We have Concert Band, Symphonic Band 2, and Symphonic Band 1. We have 2 jazz bands, a color guard class, and 2 instrumental ensemble classes. We have students that often take 2 or even 3 classes a year, which is totally normal. Of course, marching band meets in the evenings during the fall. Concert and symphonic bands meet after school around mid-November and last through April. Symphonic Band 1 meets twice a week after school. Symphonic Band 2 meets once or twice a week, and Concert Band is usually once a week after school. We'll provide that schedule as things settle down. We usually present 6 to 7 concerts a year with each of our groups: fall concert, Christmas concerts, symphonic band camp in the spring, dinner with a taste of jazz, and our spring concerts.
We also participate in the Alabama Bandmasters Association MPA, which stands for Music Performance Assessment, in March each year, and we sometimes travel to a concert festival in April with all 3 concert bands. Hang on for the ride. We promise things will get easier as we navigate through these difficult times. Again, we'd like to welcome you all and the new band students and parents to the Grissom Band family. We're so happy you're a part of the largest and most elite organization at Grissom for over 50 years. If you have questions, you can scan your phone to the QR code, or you can fill out the form by going to the address that's on the screen, and we'll also post that on the website. So again, welcome, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Bye.